Like actually, last time I got pretty teary-eyed, this is gonna sound really fucking funny, is I was in a car listening to Twisted Fantasy, Nicki's verse. Nicki's verse on Monster was so good. It's just like emotionally, it was like, oh shit. Like that never used to happen to me either, you know, but it's just like, whoa, it's when I find something so beautiful, like, and somebody might be like, Nicki Minaj verse, what the fuck are you talking about? But like, man, like just the way she said it, like just what she was talking about, where she was in her career at that point. Like, you know, 50, what'd she say, 50K for a verse, no album out. This was mixtape Nicki on a fucking, on a song with two legends and murdered them. And everybody held their own, but like, come on. Like, we all remember that. And just the way she went on that verse is so amazing. I was like, God damn. Just like, talking about her being fake, but my money ain't, and pocket full of cheesecake, and like, money so tall that my Bobby's gotta climb it. Like, damn, I don't know. It's just such imagery. It was incredible. But anyway, I don't know what the fuck Nicki Minaj has to do with Interstellar. But,
they both made you cry.
Yeah. But, that's funny. But that's what I think is something, I think it's beautiful. Like, I don't know. I'm not like, I don't be like randomly crying and shit, but if something really moves me, man, I'm not ashamed of that shit. Like,
she actually reached out to me, and it was a pleasant surprise because, you know, it's one thing when you get an artist that you respect to reach out. But then it's also great when it's an artist that you respect and it's a family member. And she also is one of the West Indian cultural significance and descent. So she understood exactly what I was trying to capture as a feeling in this song with the Jamaican dialect and the patois. So she, being Trinidadian, she understands how to incorporate that and make that feel the way it's supposed to feel and become a marriage with the record. And that is the most important thing to me. And she's one of the few, if not the only female that isn't an actual West Indian artist that can do that. So I thought it was important that she not only did it because it was an opportunity for me to have her on my record, but I thought that it was a great opportunity for her to display that ability that she has, just to show how diversified she is, you know what I'm saying? She's incredible.
What did you think of Nicki Minaj's record, Chirac, with Lil Herb?
I love that joint. I was rocking that as soon as I heard it. Somebody sent it to me, I said, oh man, like, yo, this cold. Nah, somebody sent me a text about it, and then I was like, yo, I think Nicki Minaj is a dope MC. She like can really rhyme to me, like from what she did on Monster to now, she still is like snapping. It's like, and when you hear a rap, you like, damn, this woman is cold. So I mess with Nicki Minaj. Lil Herb is, yo, I love him, man. He bring like, you could tell, you feel that street, that rawness in him, but then, you know, he a rapper too. Yeah, you know, he come to MC. So like, I like what they did with that song.
What's happening? It's the Teflon Don, Ricky Rose, and you are watching Wrap Up TV.
This Monster record with Kanye you did, which is crazy. How did that all come about?
Really, I was in Hawaii in the studio with Kanye, and I walked. He wanted to play something for me, and I walked in the studio. He cut the beat on. He started spitting his raps. This before he even laid the verse. Nicki Minaj actually in the studio. She's writing her verse. So I just laid back, and what I actually did was really just me being in the room. I knew the structure of the song, but I just did an intro for it. You know, fat motherfucker, now look who's in trouble as you run through the... I wanted to do some different intro shit, like, you know, like if this was the Thriller album, because as I'm sitting in the room, I'm thinking to myself, this what must have working on the Chronic must have felt like. So Kanye still, you know, flowing his rhymes off his head, you know, and that was the day Nicki Minaj earned my respect as a lyricist. Before that day, she was a great entertainer. But for me, with my own two eyes, to get in the studio and see her write her verse, that when I heard and watched her lay it, I knew that was going to be one of the greatest verses of this year, as well as Kanye. He said it right then. But you know, that was just a big day for hip hop, man. I did my little intro. He liked it, and you know, he put it together. And you know, he put Jay on the tail end of it. And monster, man. I'm just happy to be a part of it. Shout out to good music.
Now, I know Kanye said that he thinks Nicki has the potential to be one of the greatest rappers of all time. What do you think about that?
Oh man, sitting in the studio, you know, sometimes you know you hear her rhyme. At some points, it's almost unbelievable, and you can't help but think, wow, there must have been a room full of people in there helping her with that one. Even me as a artist that's considered to be a dope MC, but just to be in the studio and me to actually watch. And to actually watch her get in the booth and rock back and forth in front of the mic the way she do, and just to hear the shit she was saying, man, it was like, you know, I was most definitely, I took my hat off to her and told her right then, but just to see the end result and just to see everybody's reaction, I was just happy I was there to witness that moment in hip hop.
All right, so you've been rapping for a long time. Have you been, like, what inspired you? What females inspired you? Because honestly, now we're in a new surgence of female rappers, but this wasn't always a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say that I was a Nicki girl. Like, I grew up on Nicki Minaj. I know all the girls. I be seeing their interviews. They be talking about they had the bangs. I had the bangs too.
I had the bangs.
I be like, damn, we all had the bangs. Like, my story don't even hit hard no more because everybody had the bangs. I had the Pink Friday necklace and whatever.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, but I feel like she inspired me in a way of being, like, hip-hop was like hip-hop. It was just hard, tough, grimy, da-da-da. Then she opened it up to where it was just like, you can have fun with it.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what taught me to be as diverse as I am. And how many ways I come, like, it taught me, you know, like, you can do whatever you want to do, and it just, like, you know, make it you or whatever. And she was the one that made it her, like, every crazy little wig and stuff. So I just feel like that's probably the female artist that I pulled the most inspiration from, like, is her, just her freedom.
Persona,
yeah.
I love that. She definitely opened the door for a lot of female rappers right now.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of, like, being free, I love the record that you and Callie did.
Yes.
Called Idol Worship with Reese, where I do different things, play different characters, but as an artist, you never want to be in a box. And Tater Tots allowed me to do that, and I think I want to start doing that more often.
Dope. Yeah, that was, I mean, do you think that's like a missing element right now? Is there anybody in the game now that has that skill, that's able to do a track that paints a picture like that?
I mean, yeah, you know, the artists, you know, you still got Ray and Ghost who's still viable in the game, but as far as, like, you know, newer artists,
yeah.
You know, I haven't heard it from these artists, but I don't doubt that Jay Electronica or J. Cole or even a Drake, or, you know, could do, you know, something like that. You know what I'm
What's your opinion on Nicki Minaj, her skills?
I think Nicki Minaj is a phenomenon. I heard a record by Nicki Minaj today that I never heard before, because she always got some new remix out, because she's really cracking right now, so they throwing her on everything. And it was it's like, man, she got another style. You know what I'm saying? I heard a record today, it was like another style.
And she's nice.
And right when I was listening to the record, I'm already like, okay, she's rhyming on the record. Then she started doing the double time shit, started going, I was like, okay, Nicki Minaj has not made a song for me that's a Nicki Minaj song that's not featuring nobody else, and I'm like, okay, that shit's killer.
Right.
But Nicki Minaj has mastered the art of beasting on 16 bars. So when she gets on your record and you give her 16 bars, you better be ready to bring your A game. I don't care if you're singing. I don't care if you. She's when she brags about every time she gets on a record, it goes to Billboard. I can see why, because she's not fucking around when it comes to the 16 bars, and she's really taking the artist thing seriously, like the costumes, the faces, the videos, the visuals. She's bringing the whole movement with it. So, you know, I can never hate on anything Nicki Minaj is doing. I think that she's very, very, very good for the game. Definitely.
That's what's up.
All right, whenever I read comments, like reviews or...
Nicki Minaj is, she's a great lyricist, you know what I mean? She seems like she can spit and deliver, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for what come out the speakers right now.
Well, I think Nicki is still the queen of hip-hop simply because who she is, and you have to know her like I know her and to know everything she's done and what she does to be who she is and how she is and what she's become. Call it bias or whatever, but to me, she's the queen and she'll forever be the queen just because of how hard she works and where she came from. If you can, you know how they do those before and after photos, and it's not about the photo, but they say a picture speaks 1,000 words or whatever. If you knew that person in that before photo, to see what she is now, man, she's always a queen in my eyes.
See, the greatest Nicki Minaj song of all time, I feel like we have to go into two different libraries. It's like mixtape Nicki and like mainstream Nicki. So mixtape, I think Itty Bitty Piggy is the obvious choice. A song I really just loved with the depths of my soul was Higher Than a Kite. I just love the feeling of it. And then mainstream, I think a verse that gets overlooked a lot is I Wanna Be With You. Cause she was really like spitting really fast and she was articulating every word, so.
Yes, I saw Nicki Minaj mention me on Queen Radio. What the fuck? That's I don't even know if the word is amazing. I don't think that the word is amazing. I think the word is something else. I think there's a new word for how I feel about it. Because it's amazing. Like you already know. Some of y'all don't understand yet, but I know that she's an inspiration since day one, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like the truth is not the fucking truth, because that's the fucking truth.
So tell us about the Nicki track, No Broken Hearts.
I went to the studio and I was like, you know, I was a little heartbroken. And I was like, you know what, no broken hearts in the studio. I don't know, I was like having like a moment. I was like, this time, I was like, it's no, you know, a broken heart's not gonna be a bad thing. So then I told the producer, I got very hip hop on it. And a lot of times pop writers, like they'll sit there and they'll like write the song on a piano. This time it was different, you know, me, myself, and I was on piano. This song was freestyled on the booth. Like literally I went in the booth, they pressed play, they played the track. The first time that I heard the track, a lot of these vocals were kept. Like a lot of the lyrics were kept. And that doesn't really happen. A lot of pop writers don't do that, but it was literally written on freestyle.
No Broken Hearts, you just mentioned that you were going through something. What are
sorry, I didn't even talk about getting Nicki on it. Like,
yeah, I know. How did that happen?
I'm
Obviously, you guys worked together.
Yeah, we worked together on Hey Mama, so we really wanted
Was it just like a quick phone call? Like,
yeah,
Nicki,
no, it was,
jump on this track.
But like, you know, because sometimes everybody's busy and they have their own thing going, but with No Broken Hearts, what was different is I sent it to her and it was like an immediate response. And she even went in and like did a verse and was like, this could be better. And like reshot the verse and we did the video. We did so many parts of the video. Like she really wants to make it really dope. And like, and that's cool because, you know, everybody has their own thing going. Like a lot of my friends hit me up, like really big, you know, like DJs or writers, and sometimes you just want to, you know, you're focusing on your own project, but I'll do things that I love. Like I'll jump on songs that I really love, and I could tell she feels very passionate about it, you know. And she told me, she's like, I'm not doing a lot of collaborations right now, but I really like mess with this record, so that was really cool.
Yeah, and having two like boss ladies like
it's
on
so
one
dope
track.
from New York, and we're both from New York. I know we're in Cali right now, but like we're both from New York, and that's like I grew up listening to Nicki. You know, she's from the Queens. I was born in Brooklyn, so the fact that we got to like shoot this video together that has like a New York City background, do the song again after Hey Mama, No Broken Hearts now, it's just like it's kind of surreal and really cool.
You'll be here.
Great joint.
Thank you.
You're rhyming with Nicki, holding that down. Feels real good.
Oh yeah, for my song called I'm Out.
Crazy.
Thank you. Yeah, that record, I felt like Nicki murdered the verse.
Yes.
You know, I put on Twitter, I was like, murder was the verse that she gave me, because she literally went in and bodied it. And we just shot the video.
Yes.
And that energy is insane.
Okay, a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Tell us about the video.
It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit of we're going in. We're going in, represent for the ladies.
Okay.
Definitely
Having
a lot
fun.
of dancing.
Yes.
You know, and it's just also us having cool girls time, just having fun.
I respect the girl. You know, the girl time is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Girl time is the best
It's
time to
necessary.
have. Exactly. I would like some girl time myself.
One of the things that made me particularly excited about the album was to see that you were collaborating with Nicki Minaj on Make Love. I think a lot of fans were excited about that because it had been such a long time since seeing the two of you together. What was it like reuniting with her after so long?
It was a good thing because honestly, it's like every time me and Nicki ever made a song, it's been a dope song. So to come out, to get in the studio and come out with Make Love, you know, I was proud that we made just even a good record, because we got high expectations. Like, you know, every time we done did something, it's been super dope.
Mhm.
I feel like, you know, this is another one.
Yeah. What was the collaboration process for that song like?
Just so happened we was at the same studio,
Hmm.
you know, and I had recorded that song that day. And, you know, when it's like Nicki over there, we went, you know, I went and met her and just, you know, kind of like, we kind of touched bases again, but at the same time, I'm like, I got a record I want you to hear,
Hmm.
you know, and she heard and she like, this is a vibe, you know, and she jumped on it.
That's awesome. The other thing that I found interesting was that it's listed as Gucci Mane with Nicki Minaj, not featuring Nicki Minaj. What's the reasoning behind that?
Because it's like, to me, it's kind of like both of our records, you know what I'm saying? It's a team effort, you know what I'm saying? Every time you make especially when you make an organic collaboration, you know, I feel like she has as much claim to the record as I do. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's both of our records.